music. And before I start my speech, I would like to play two melodies and see if you can recognize them. Here's the first one. And here's the second melody. Okay, I believe most of you have heard of these two melodies before. The first one is the theme from the game Mario. Did this guy came into your mind when you heard the music?
Yes.
I bet you did. The second music is obviously the theme from the song Jalo Gemilang, a very well-known patriotic song in Malaysia. If you know that song, I believe you felt the urge to sing along, just as I did. The point I'm trying to make is, music is very powerful. And iconic music can remind us of something very easily, and a powerful music can encourage us and make our hearts race. So, since music is so powerful and influential, have you ever thought of learning how to create music by yourself? Do you know that learning how to play a musical instrument is actually extremely beneficial? As a musician myself, I can reassure you that this is a skill that you will not regret having, and the process of learning is definitely not as difficult as you think it is. So I will be telling you why you should learn how to play a musical instrument and all you need to know to get started. As I've mentioned, there's a lot of benefits of learning how to play a musical instrument. First of all, it can relax our mind and reduce our stress. According to psychologist Jane Collingwood, quiet and slow music can help to reduce our heart rate, pulse, blood pressure, and in turn, reducing our stress hormones level. This is extremely helpful, especially in the present times where everything is always so hectic, busy, and stressful. Next, learning how to play a musical instrument can also help to boost self-confidence. The ability to master something new and a sense of confidence can foster a deep and strong sense of self-confidence. Besides, the process of learning and improving day by day through dedicated practice can also help one to build a positive mindset of everything can be eventually achieved through hard work and dedication. There are still many more benefits that can be brought by learning musical instrument, but in short, learning musical instrument can help us to become a more competent person in general. This is because the qualities that learning musical instrument fosters can help us to tackle the day-to-day problems more efficiently and with greater ease. Now, some of you might be asking, isn't it too late for me to start learning musical instrument right now? Let me reassure you, the answer is no. University is as good as any place to start learning a musical instrument, if not better. This is mainly due to the freedom we have in arranging our own time, and there's so many people around with similar interests, which means we have more people and opportunities to learn from. Once you have left this environment, you're not likely to have enough time and energy to be spent or dedicated to learning music because you are more likely to be focusing on building a career or taking care of family. In short, it is now or never. Now let's get to the exciting part. How do you get started? The first step of learning the musical instrument is to get yourself an instrument. You can either buy the instrument, rent it, lend it from a friend, or just use those that are available in the campus. After you get yourself on the instrument, it is very important because you'll need access to the instrument in order to practice regularly. After that, you need to find yourself a reliable source of learning the instrument. It can be a music teacher, an experienced friend, a book, or even the internet. It is all readily accessible. Once all that is done, congratulations, you're all set. Now you can get to the most important part, practicing. Practicing is the single most important aspect of the entire equation, and it is advised for everyone to have a dedicated and consistent practice routine every single day. Now, how much practice is enough? According to Josh Kaufman, author of the Personal MBA, to get from knowing nothing to getting pretty good actually takes about 20 hours of practice. which translates to roughly 45 minutes of practice every day for an entire month. Now, some of you at this point will start to think, it sounds difficult, and it's a lot of work, it's a lot of time. I get it, but why don't you try to change your mindset a little? Instead of, I have to practice so much to be good, why not change it around? I only have to practice to be good. You literally only have to practice, and then you will be good. You will be proficient at an instrument that you're practicing. A simple change in mindset can carry you a lot further than you might think. Other than that, some of you might start to make claims such as, I'm not talented in music, and the instrument is too difficult to be learned. Yes, it is true to a certain extent that certain musical instrument is less beginner friendly, thus harder to master. But the only solution to that is to stick with it. Eventually, you'll start to see the results very soon. I can assure you that hard work and dedication alone is enough for you to be a decent musician. Oh, sorry about that. Now, some of you might still be questioning, do I really need music in my life? Now, try to imagine this. After a long day of work, you've had a bad day. You get back to home, sit down on your favorite sofa, take out the guitar, and play your favorite song. It is going to give you a deep and extremely satisfying sense of relief that is unlike anything else. It is different from, say, playing video games or watching comedic videos, because you are creating the sense of relief with your own hands. And in the process, it cultivates your mind and your soul. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the time when you experience the joy and the reward of all the hard work and practice you've put into. As I've mentioned, once you left this environment, you're less likely to have such a suitable environment and the time and energy to be dedicated to learning music from scratch. So, ignore all the negative thoughts or the misconception and get started. Just do it, stick with it, be patient, and eventually you'll see the results start to pay off. If you ever thought of wanting to learn a musical instrument, or you are still spending most of your day not being productive, wandering the internet, this is the best time for you to pick up an instrument and start practicing. Like I mentioned, get an instrument, find a good teacher, and start practicing. You will be surprised by how far you will be able to go just with 1 month if you are dedicated to practicing day after day. Learning music itself is not difficult at all. What is challenging is people tend to give up way too soon or not even trying. So, get started, take the initiative, and you might just thank yourself for taking the first step today, later on in the future. That is all I wanted to share about why you should learn how to play a musical instrument, and I thank you all for being such a wonderful audience.